All right, guys, to my surprise and yours, I got the Retro Doom. So Retro Fantastic Four carded Dr. Doom from Amazon. So I know some of you are going to ask in the comments. I'm telling you now, from Amazon. I'm not going to answer in the comments. I cracked this dude open. So we've seen this before. We've seen this with the Retro Deadpool. We've seen this with the Retro Hulk. It looks awesome, you know. I don't think I have any of those boxes anymore. I'm not one to necessarily keep boxes. But nice black and white art of Dr. Doom. Very simple. Just ink. Penciled in ink. Fantastic Four with some red drop shadows. 4 and Dr. Doom are in the red colored font. Nothing on the back but just the legalese, the Marvel logo, and all that stuff. The tape they use is a dingy yellow, so it makes it look like this has been sitting somewhere forever in the sun, like this is a really old. So, you know, it adds to that retro vibe. Let me pop Doom out of this box. So this, I mean, God, the cardboard on this is gorgeous. If you ever collected any of the Toy Biz figures, this is basically what it was. You see the Fantastic Four there on their Fantastic car, looking kind of cartoony. Look at that thing. It's a very happy, family-friendly thing. Dr. Doom, there's the same Dr. Doom art we saw in the box, only with color now. Here's the figure himself, additional hands. It's not that real silver. Naturally, we'll compare him with that Fantastic Four wave, Super Skrull wave, Build-A-Figure Dr. Doom. A couple of books. I think one is the Book of the Vishanti. Let me know. Ultimate Nullifier. That's cool. Shouldn't that be silver, though? Fantastic Four in the back. Let me pan out so you can see. Dr. Doom, Victor Von Doom, is bent on complete world domination. As Dr. Doom, he applies unlimited resources to square off against his arch nemesis, the Fantastic Four. So, yeah, I mean, awesome. Retro card. God, I almost don't want to open this. And this is what I go through with every retro carded figure. So, you know, I have the Kingpin and Mysterio still on card, even though I want to crack those open. And I will crack those open. But just want you to admire the card here. Ages 4 and up, Marvel Comics logo. Again, the Fantastic Four logo, similar to what we've seen on the box, just this time with some colors, various colors, yellows, oranges. Awesome. This is mimicking that, like, foil, that type of foil or whatever they use on comics to make the cover more fancy. One of my lights died. The battery's no good anymore. So you might see a big spotlight here. I apologize. Nice round plastic. Fantastic Four. But no, really, fantastic figure, fantastic packaging, fantastic presentation from Hasbro. I'm so glad they're doing these retro carded figures. Even if I don't keep them on card necessarily, it's just still, it's, you know, as someone who grew up in that era, I was around maybe 10 years old when Toy Biz first started doing Marvel figures. So it hits home. Here's Doom again. Accessories. Looking great. Again, the Fantastic Four character art there. Awesome. I don't know how long I want to stay on this package. You know what it is? I'm hesitating. I don't want to rip it open, but I'm going to rip it open now. So here's Doom right out of the package, just in your face. We'll immediately jump into some comparisons. So I got the last Dr. Doom's retro head. You can see it's the same sculpt. I think mine is off-center. This mask is actually a separate piece, you could see. So I think mine was off-center in where the eye placement was and the mouth. So it's still the same design in the mouth, that weird. But again, this is done in a matte gray versus this kind of metallic paint there. You can see even his eyes are colored silver. I think it's something that's kind of how it was in the animated series. I don't know if the early comic book Dooms were painted with gray as well. Still has the same, again, the same cape as the new Doom. Same mold, same design. I have the more modern head on there. Again, the grays. It's basically gray versus silver. So, and the green is obviously lighter here. I think this skirt should have been shorter on this classic Doom. I don't even know if I should be calling it a skirt. But you know how it is. The browns are obviously lighter on the retro carded Doom. Belt buckle. This is nice cartoony colors, and this little cloth piece. Mind my camera. So as I was saying, this little cloth piece is a nice touch, and it is removable. So just like the Doom, you can pull the head off, pull the cape off, pull this off, and I mean, we could do that now. So careful. I know this Doom likes to separate, you know, you can actually pull this whole neck peg out. Doesn't damage or do any harm to your figure, but you pull the cape out, which is supposed to stick with this peg, but it's pretty flimsy and it comes out pretty easily, as I find in most Marvel Legends with that type of peg. And you can see a simple, very toad-like piece of drapery, I don't know what we should call it, that hangs over and rests on his shoulders and his collarbone and whatnot. It's okay. Again, simple piece of fabric. Probably cost them nothing, you know. Peg hole, just like the original. These little boost things. He does come with some blast accessories, so you can put them at the bottom of his feet or these, basically, which logistically, I mean, I don't know. He's wearing a cape, so, you know, he'd blast those off. They do work on the bottom of the feet as well. I think we've seen these most recently with the Iron Man, Silver Centurion Iron Man. And then his other effects are these, which we've seen most recently with the Negasonic Teenage Warhead. And prior to that, I think Scarlet Witch or Wanda, MCU Wanda, and others. Yeah, this is a nice green. If I could get it to focus on these, that'd be fantastic. Look at that. Such a nice green on these. Beautiful. All right, so again, you could see Doom without the stuff. Same sculpts, the little stringies there. I like the green on this too. Seeing this up close in the light, nice. So you customizers, or you dudes with, you know, some guts, easily just cut this and make this a little shorter skirt. Because I just think that's how it was back then. So I'm going to drape this little what have you here. I don't know what I should call it. Shoulder doily, I don't know. Cape is next, right? Real quick. Oh, I'm gonna be chilling here with some headless Dooms. These look a different length, but honestly, I think this plastic was just, you know, made or warped a little differently. I don't know the word I'm trying to say, you know, it's the same mold, same cape, but this is just hanging a little lower, so looking good, Doom. So again, yeah, cut that skirt. I'm probably not going to try it. I will when I get a little braver. Another additional accessory is this pistol. We'll compare pistols right now. So this holster, nice. Compared to the previous Dr. Doom, and they look identical. So this new one is a little warped versus this new one. But truthfully, I'm probably just going to keep it in the holster. No big deal. Again, this holster, this belt, and this buckle are such a nice brown. This is why I personally love the Marvel Legends bright aesthetics for their comic characters, you know. Especially these retro carded ones. Since, you know, I think they're going for that cartoon look instead of the old comic look. But still, I still think this skirt should have been shorter. But this brown is so nice. Look at that. With that texture, it looks, you know, it does give that leather feel. It's pretty good. Nice buckle. Clean paints there. Just this isn't so clean. Obviously, you could see. That's a bummer, but whatever. And again, the silver eyes. There we go. He's all right. This is going to be a quick and dirty. You know, you guys, I may not have reviewed this Doom, but a lot of you should be familiar with this Doom. A lot of you Marvel Legends collectors. We'll do some height comparisons and all that stuff. Other accessories, again, I want to say this is the Book of Vishanti. I could be wrong. Let me know. But this book, oh boy. There we go. Right? Right? And then this other book. They both have the same stuff inside. This actually might have the same stuff as what Beast, the Gray Beast, came with. This, remind me if this is new, the Ultimate Nullifier. I don't think any of the reeds came with this. And if it did, I may have lost it or I just don't remember. But this is kind of cool. This is going with reed. And then his additional hands, which again are in that matte gray. It's not even metallic. That's just the light. I have a very bright light shining right on this station. and compare. Like that. So yeah, that is Doom, retro carded Doom in a nutshell. So just going back and playing with this Doom that came out earlier this year, God, man, excuse me, let me start again. This has to be one of the best years for Marvel Legends. Between this Doom, the Old Man Hawkeye, the Legendary Riders Punisher, God, I know there's others I'm forgetting, but Hasbro really knocked it. I mean, the Sugarman Build-A-Figure, the Crimson Dynamo Build-A-Figure, looking around. You know, there's so many good figures this year. This Doom, the original, not the retro, would definitely be in my top 10, I think, though. But here they are, retro Doom, modern Doom. I love that modern head sculpt and the way the hood is placed. It's just such a menacing looking figure. And these look great side by side, so, you know, I don't know how they would go about giving us a retro Fantastic Four figures. I mean, people think a Dragon Man is coming again, so, I mean, he could just be sold individually. He doesn't necessarily need to be in a wave unless he will be a Build-A-Figure. But, I mean, we're pretty much done with Fantastic Four, at least the classic costumes, right? No, maybe not the white and blue. Rambling at this point, but Doom. So here's retro Doom with two versions of thing that we've received so far from Marvel Legends. We got the Walgreens exclusive on the right and the most recent Fantastic Four wave thing on the left. Definitely one of the best Marvel Legends figures of all time. And here's retro Doom with Walgreens exclusive Mr. Fantastic on the left and the most recent Mr. Fantastic from the Fantastic Four. Super Scroll Build-A-Figure wave on the right. I don't know why they went and sculpted a new head for Mr. Fantastic. I wish they would have just taken this head and added a beard to it. It looks like a completely different person. This isn't about him. Let's move on. Here's retro Doom with Johnny. Again, Walgreens on the right. I keep flip-flopping, I apologize. And most recent Fantastic Four Super Scroll Build-A-Figure wave. Powered down Johnny on the left. I would still like a powered down Johnny in the blue and black. Light blue and black, but you know, I know a lot of people got an extra Mr. Fantastic, and believe it or not, out of all the Walgreens exclusive, Mr. Fantastic and Mystique are the only ones I personally never seen on shelves, so I wasn't able to get another Mr. Fantastic, but I don't think the bodies fit. I like this body for Johnny, even though it's a different body here, but I'm just noticing all kinds of inconsistencies and things that upset me as I do this height comparison. Finally, Walgreens Sue Storm on the right, and most recent on the left. Again, another complaint. I wish they would have just put new hair on the same head sculpt. It looks like a completely different woman here. Yeah. And finally, why not? Just to keep a Fantastic Four theme, here he is with the Build-A-Figure Super Scroll figure. I'll just keep it Fantastic Four. No need to bring anybody else in. Again, this is a Doom figure we have with some minor additions, different paint. Yeah, you know, your call. The thing looked fantastic on the card, you know. I still would have opened it, but a part of me wishes I wasn't that guy and I could have kept it on card. And I'm not going to buy another one because I think this figure is just okay. The Dr. Doom that came in the Super Scroll wave is such a superior figure in every way. I mean, the modern head, I think the modern look is just better. Again, this could have benefited from a shorter skirt. And this doesn't add or subtract anything, but it looks cool, you know, honestly. And again, maybe Toad will come with it, at least maybe a retro Toad. Maybe we'll get two Toads, a modern Toad or somewhat more modern Toad and a retro Toad that'll use that little frog neck thingy. But cool figure, again, came from Amazon. I think Kingpin, Mysterio, and the upcoming Black Cat are a little better in terms of what I like to see from the retro wave. But, you know, he's okay, he's good. And I'm happy to have him in my collection, honestly. So, you know, again, not my favorite, not even my favorite compared to all the Fantastic Four figures I compared today. Probably be at the bottom of the list, but it's still a cool figure nonetheless. One last look up close and personal. Ultimate Nullifier, gray eyes, gray paint. Nice green, though. That green pops. The belt, light brown, pops. Good stuff. Again, mine shipped early from Amazon. I don't know if that's early. I don't know how many got out, how many went out. I know a bunch of people ordered it on August 31st, just like I did. However, I got mine. yeah, you know, I wish, you know, again, thankful, but there's a lot of other figures I would have rather have leaked out early, you know, to me. But thanks again for watching. Quick, dirty, no need to go over that articulation. This Doom's almost a year old at this point. But thanks again.